Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Brandon Orr. Today, what I want to talk to you guys about are 4 ways to make money, 4 legal ways to make money, aka the cash flow quadrant. I learned this in my early 20s and it blew my mind. It educated me and it actually made me think about making money a whole lot different. It changed my whole thought process and mindset as it relates to making money, as it relates to career, as it relates to spending money, even too. All right, so it's 4 legal ways. Everybody, not just cleaning business owners, but if you own, I don't care what type of business, self-employed, even employees, you should really learn this right here. So 4 legal ways. First way is about 95% of America. All right. That's an employee. That is an average worker. You have a job, you get up and you go to that job every day. Right. Employees have zero control over their time and zero control over their money, right? You are paid to do a specific job, right? So if you make $25 an hour, you get paid for that specific time period. If you make $15 an hour, you get paid $15 an hour, right? If you work 8 hours in a day, that's how much you get paid for, right? If you work 10 hours a day, hey, you get paid this certain amount for this period of time. You're basically renting out your time to a company. With that, you are very limited. I'll put limited, excuse my chicken scratch. All right, so there's limitations on your time and limitations on your money, how much you can make, right? The second legal way is self-employed. These are your doctors, your dentists, your hairstylists, barbers, anybody who has a job. And in this situation, you pretty much own a job. Anybody who has a job where you actually control how much money you can make. You can control how much money you make, right? So I'll put a little arrow going up. You have control over your money, but you don't have control over your time. And basically, what that means is if a barber cuts 10 heads in a day, he could go cut 5 more and make some more money if he wanted to do that. If he wanted to raise his prices, the hairstylist, she wanted to raise her prices up from $100 to $150 for a certain style. She has control to be able to do that. She wanted to go from doing 5 heads a day to 10 heads. She has control over that. But guess what? She's trading in exchange for that money. That's time. So you're still semi-limited, right? And I'll put semi-limited, all right, because you do have control over your time. I'm sorry, you do have control over how much money you make, but you don't have control over your time. If an attorney is not in the courtroom, he ain't making no money. If a doctor ain't got nobody on their operating table, or a surgeon doesn't have nobody on, they're not making any money, right? Unless you actually own the system. On the self-employed quadrant, you own the job. You own the job, right? You're still limited into some capacity, right? Over on the right side of this quadrant, you have a business owner. You have a business, right? And basically, what that means is you have control. I'll put my little arrow again. You have control over your time and you have control over your money. My dollar sign kind of bogus. You got control over your time and you got control over your money. How is this, Brandon? This is because you took the time and energy and effort to build a system. This is because you took the time, energy, and effort to build a system. Now, that system that you put in place is actually working, whether you're there or not. The system is working for you. So, what happens is, even if you step away from that business will still continue to generate revenue. Prime example, you go to a restaurant, right? You have an issue with the restaurant, maybe a customer service related issue, and say, hey, go get the owner. You want to go get the owner of the restaurant. Now, I'm not talking about some restaurants where the owner is still in there. I'm talking about like a major restaurant or something like that. Hey, go get the owner. The owner is not there. The owner is on a beach somewhere. They don't even know that this issue is going on. That's because they created a system. They built a system, right, to be able to operate while they're not there. They have a system in place to where they can still generate a passive income. I know we hear that word thrown around the internet all day long: passive income, passive income, passive income. But this is truly what passive income is. And in the beginning, it is not as passive in the beginning. You actually have to work and put these systems together, and that does take time, money, and energy. All right. So this is the side of the quadrant where if you really want to grow as a person, if you want to grow professionally, if you want to grow mentally and financially, This will definitely do that on the right side of this quadrant. And then you get to the point where you're just an investor. That is when your money, oh man, no, I'm left-handed. That is when your money is making money for you. This is where you could put up money into stocks, and the stocks are making money for you. This is where you become an investor in real estate, and the real estate is making passive income for you. This is when you could actually invest in other businesses. You could buy companies who already have systems in place, and you can just buy those systems, right? This is this side of the quadrant is why a lot of people say, "Oh, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer," because we don't understand this concept right here, right? And the people who are saying the poor keeps getting poor and the rich get richer is because a lot of these people are stuck, right? A lot of us are stuck in the employee quadrant, and we really don't understand how making money works, right? And we think going to get a second job will actually lead us to freedom, and it won't. It's just taking more of our time. It's taking more of our time, and more of our time. You get 2, 3 jobs, you're gonna get burnt out at some point. You're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna be tired, frustrated, and all these other things going on in life just beating you up and it beats you down. They really, really wear you down. And then even as self-employed, you try to find yourself to go the extra mile being self-employed. Oh man, if I go make some more money today, if I do this more today, and in a cleaning business, what we do is if I go clean 3, 4 houses, a day, let me increase it one more. Let's do 5 houses a day, or let's do if you do commercial. Hey, I could clean every account that I get, and that's really not how you're gonna grow because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get stuck, you're gonna get burnt out, and I know because I've been there, and then you're gonna be semi-limited. So you may make a decent amount per month, but you're gonna get stuck right there. You're gonna find yourself stuck, okay? And that is because you don't have a system in place. If you truly want to grow and scale as a business, and you want to transition out of being a self-employed person where you own a job and become a business owner, you're freeing up some of your time to be able to do other things. This is where you want to be. This is where you want to be. If you want to learn how to do that, even if you have a job, instead of going to get a second job, why not start a part-time business? Why not start a part-time business, right? This is tax favorable. This right side of the quadrant. You go get a second job. I made great money in the corporate world, but when I saw my paycheck after the taxes, it was beating me down, right? It's beating me down. Nobody can come to me as an employee and say, hey, I make this much. If you really, really want to learn the business owner side, whether you're an employee right now, or maybe you even have a business, but you find yourself stuck and you want to scale and go to that next level, drop me a comment. I'll drop some links down below for you guys. Follow me on Instagram as well, Dreams into Motion. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And do me a favor, one last favor. I got a lot of favors today. Do me a favor. Go ahead and like this video, give me some feedback down below, and if you do want to see more and hear more from me, my name is Brandon Orr. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I'm out.